Good evening and welcome to the Drive at 5 on IntellectualRadio.com/iHeartRadio station. I'm your host, Roman, and we have a great show planned for you today. But first, the forecast from our IntellectualRadio.com Weather Center today. Cold with a little snow, high 38 degrees tonight, mainly clear and cold, low degrees. Tomorrow, partly sunny, high 42 degrees. Tomorrow night, cloudy and chilly, freezing temperatures. It's like, what's going on with the weather? Low 34 degrees. Wednesday, cloudy, a little rain here and there. High 46 degrees. And you got Thursday, cloudy, chilly, high 45 degrees. And on Friday, we got a little bit of a warm up going on here. Mostly sunny, a little bit warm, high 48 degrees. The Drive at 5 is also part of the Monday night new lineup with a show that's called Chicago Scenes at 4 p.m., Policy Matters with Jerry Brown at 6 p.m., New Black Leadership at 7 p.m., Black Community Unity at 8 p.m., 9 p.m., Chronicles of Rum, and the Mic Up at 10 p.m. Also, the Drive at 5 is also part of the fabulous 5 at 5, only on IntellectualRadio.com. Today, my guest is an author of 3 books, a motivational speaker, athlete, a booking officer, and an entrepreneur. And guess what, folks? He's only 22 years of age. Please give a Drive at 5 welcome. And he's been on the show before. Welcome back to Riley Jackson. Welcome back to The Drive.
Appreciate you for having me. Thanks for having me.
Please give IntellectualRadio.com/iHeartRadio station an update since the last time of your appearance.
The last time I was here, I think I just had the first book, There's No Limit, if I'm not mistaken. And since then, I published a new book, which is called Don't Worry, Little One, which is a baby's book. And since then, I've been trying to convert over to the law enforcement side, job-wise. And I've been training a lot, training young athletes all over, high school, middle school. So just been grinding, that's all.
Which is your T-shirt.
Oh yeah. I wanna say this first and foremost. AYIG is bigger than just a T-shirt line. It's like it's my brand. I live AYIG, and it stands for Activate Your Inner Grind. And that goes back into when I was in high school. There were days when I wasn't feeling it. Like you know those mornings you just don't want to get up. You just like, man, like today's is not that day. It was a long dog day, but when it only counts when you don't feel like and you do it. And it all starts from the inside. So my brand AYIG, that's what it stands for, man. That's what I live it. You know what I mean? So
but what made you come up with that?
I want to
acronym?
say when you do something and you're passionate about it, it comes from where? The heart. Everything's whatever you put your mind to. You're a doctor, or you a football player, a basketball player, whatever you do, and you love what you do. It comes from the heart, inner, right? And when you activate your inner grind and you do what you do, when you grind, and it all complies. You know what I mean? So AYG, activate your inner grind. That's how I go. I don't get no better than that. So it's really for anybody who have a passion for anything in life, whatever you like doing, whatever, this for you, AYG.
On YouTube, on your Facebook page,
Mm-hmm.
You were in a classroom holding up a blank sheet of paper.
Sure.
And you said that blank sheet of paper motivated you to the person who you are now as an author.
Yes, sir.
Explain that. How can a blank sheet of paper motivate you and motivate someone else to become an author?
That was my very first book. Like my very first book started out as some blank sheets of paper stapled together. When I was in the 3rd, 4th grade, my teacher allowed me to get these sheets of paper, rip them out my notebook, staple them, and I put at the bottom by Riley Jackson. I had a title, I had pictures, I had everything. Basically, it was my very first book, and my teacher used to allow me to read it to the classroom. So that motivated me, like, dude, this is good, this is dope, but I can go further than this. I can be bigger than this. And throughout my life, my teachers always told me, keep writing. That's your thing. That's your keep writing. You are a writer, man. Listen, if I failed my math test, social studies test, science test, I was going to pass the writing or a writing portion of anything at any grade level. So they told me, you are a writer, keep at it and don't stop. So that was my very first book, and like I said, it motivated me, and now I'm here where I am now.
What inspired you to write? What, everyone has a story from within.
Right.
What appears to be your story and why you feel it needs to be shared?
I felt I like helping people. I'm like, man, a lot of things I went through in life, it wasn't I don't want to say crazy, or I ain't have to like go out and find food, or went homeless or anything, but like setbacks, injuries, high school injuries. Like I was training every single day of my life. My mom, she can attest to that. I'm talking about early morning, late nights, 100-degree weather, I didn't care. I was training outside, grinding, and just I did all that just for my shoulder to pop out of place and me miss the season. So you telling me I worked this hard by myself on a gridiron and I can't play the season? And it hurted so bad to the point where, man, it killed me. I'll never forget. I cried almost every night, and then this is my first time sharing this to the public. But I mean, my brother, he walked in on me crying one day, and I was just embarrassed. And I was so embarrassed I couldn't even like look at him. But I texted him. I'm like, man, my bad for that, man. It's rough on me. He was like, yo, bro, you just bounce back and get him next season. But I I didn't know what to do. I was a junior in high school. I took all my pain, I took my passion for football, and I put it in a book. And I put all this anger and this pain and my struggles into another character. And I created him to deal with it. So now you have another high school student somewhere who's gonna deal with the same stuff. He can read this book and say, wow, like wow. So it's based on true events. But man, the stuff that happened to this character in this book, people has really say, yo, that this young dude, this football player, he changed my life. Adults who have different jobs, don't even play sports, has told me your character motivated me. I want to be strong like your character.
And you're referring to your book called
There's no
There's
limit.
No Limit.
Yes, sir. Ray John Rogers. That's my guy. I don't know who he is. I don't know how he look. I made him up, but that's my guy. Like, listen. One day when I have a kid, he gotta be just like Ray John Rogers. Like, that's my guy. Anybody who read the book already would say, yo, Ray John Rogers, that man.
Well, what would you say like to a person? Because let's get to the book.
Mm-hmm.
There is no limit,
Mhm.
about an athlete earning a one-way ticket out of Chicago's South Side streets.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about that. You told us a little bit about it,
Mhm.
but elaborate a little bit on that, because everybody is looking for something to get a way out. This guy chose athletics.
You have to use what you are good at as a tool to remove you from where you don't want to be in life. He used football, very good in football, talented. Has scouts coming to his school, like, hey, come to my university. Hey, come to my university. So he said, yo, like, I'm about to go. And the hardest part about that is he's gonna leave his baby sister and his hardworking mother. So it's like he has to deal with both sides of that. And if you grew up in Chicago, I spent a little time of my life in Chicago. I'm from the South Side, 55th South Ada, and I didn't have it bad, but I came across a few things like somebody stealing my bike. Now I have to go and get it back. I'll never forget. I'm holding my a puppy. He was a Rottweiler. I'm holding my puppy, and just for a teenager to come take him out of my hand, I'm a kid, and Chicago has gotten 10 times worse than that. I've seen police chase people. I've seen gunshots go. I've seen it, and my mom, she was the person to take me away from that. and we moved from there to the south suburbs. But that's the same visual that I had writing the book. I'm like, where Ray John is, it's gunshots. It's just drug deals next to his window. It's something. It's somewhere he don't want to be. So he's gonna use football to remove himself from that situation.
Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Okay.
What would be your suggestion for someone who may be listening to this show right now who do not have the athletic ability to get him or herself out of the rough streets on the south or west side of Chicago? What would be your suggestion?
Find your passion. Find what you are good at and press. When I say press, I mean focus. I mean block out the outside world, the distractions, shut down your social medias, and just press. I don't care if it's writing, drawing, skipping, flipping, singing, dancing. Everybody has a something that they're really good at. God created every last one of us with something that we are good at, something we were made to do. I want to say. So find that and use that. You know what I mean? It don't have to be football. It don't have to be shooting a jump shot. It don't have to be hitting a home run. It don't have to be sports. Use Find it out though, and that's the problem with Chicago and all over the world. Just teenagers and young people, they don't know what they are good at because why? Facebook distracted them, Twitter distracting them, and just the outside world period is distracting them, and that's the reason why people end up asking for 13 cent 20 years later on the street. They never found their passion. So whatever it is you want to do or you think you're good at, or if you haven't found it out yet, look for it and go out there and press.
What if you grew up on a street and that's all you know? Trap music, selling drugs, using men or women, trying to make it. What you say about that?
What if I grew up in that
What
environment?
if what if I grew up
Right.
in that environment?
Right.
I'm listening to this show.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing I have that I'm listening to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a product of my environment.
Right.
That's all I know. Trap music, using men,
Mm-hmm.
or women using. Guys using women,
Mm-hmm.
women using men,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all they know. Selling drugs. What would you say to that? That's all they know. That's their passion.
Well, to each his own. I wanna say that first and foremost. But man, that's kind of a tough one because the mind is a powerful thing, and what you feed into your brain, man, you won't get no positive results. So I would say if you want more, I feel like after a while you will want more though. Like, can you see yourself living on the same block for your whole entire life? Like, let's just name a block in Chicago.
Some people can.
Well, I mean, hey, I can't relate. I can't see myself staying in Chicago or in Illinois, period, my whole entire life. I want to go and travel and see the world and switch countries and eat food I can't even pronounce and drive cars I can't even like. I want more, and in order to get more and do more, you have to change from the inside. You have to change your mindset. You have to switch the music, and you just have to like whatever you feed into yourself, man. Like the stuff you hear every day, you're gonna start living that. You're gonna start talking like the dude who rapping crazy. So it's like, man, you gotta know how to switch it up and don't let this music and stuff get to you because when it do, you might end up either in jail or in the graveyard. So either one. But like I said, man, if you want more, you gotta switch it up.
What you saying that you want more. However, I'm a product of my environment.
Mm-hmm.
I never been downtown.
Mm-hmm.
There are people that are in their 30s.
Mm-hmm. Never been downtown.
Never been downtown.
That's facts.
Never got a chance to see the Sears Tower.
Right.
Or the Willis Tower, what we call it now. Buckingham Fountain. They just see it on television.
Mm-hmm.
Never been to the Taste of Chicago. Never been to these places. That's only thing you have to do is just go.
Do you know why?
Why?
They're not activated. And that's why I came up with my clothing line. It's just not a clothing line. It's a brand. You have to activate your inner grind and you have to want it. When you activate something, you do what? You turn it on. And that's the reason why they haven't been downtown to probably downtown, probably 10 miles from them, they still just have not been down there thinking, yo, only rich folks go down there. But you have to activate your inner grind, find a passion, find something you like doing, get up and go. And that's the reason why these people you're naming, it's like they're a light bulb that's turned off, or like it's just crazy. I can't even like relate or get deep down into that one.
You are 22 years old
Yes, sir.
and you have your whole life ahead of you. Some people might say, why you pursue this passion? While some people would just say, you have your whole life ahead of
Like
you.
you don't know what you want to do yet.
Yeah.
Right. I get that a lot. Sometimes I get
And why you get that a lot?
because I'm young, like when I hold my book, they thinking that like when I used to promote my book a lot, people used to think it was a mixtape. Honestly, people used to think it was a mixtape when I used to just promote. There's no limit. My first book, I had so many people like, wait, what's that? That's a book? Oh, you wrote that? Well, let me see that. And they'll take it like, you ain't write this. What your name? And I used to be laughing. I have to really match my ID with the book a couple times because nobody believed I wrote it. Strangers though, people I've never met before. Um, I get it a lot, but I prayed on it, man. You have to pray on it. You have to ask God, what do you want me to do? What is my purpose? What did you design me to do? And my purpose in life, I feel as if it's helping people. If I can help somebody through a book or go speak at a school or help him get better in football, man, I accomplished something that day. I've had so many people say, "Yo, Riley, bro, you changed my life. You the reason why I slowed down on smoking. I'm not focused on this. Or you the reason why I stopped doing this and I started doing this." That feels good. I don't even want no money, no handshake or no. Just it feels good when I hear that though. And even if I don't hear that, I know for a fact, yo, this dude was at this level, and when I got into his life and I showed him this way, he's here now. That feels great. So I really feel like helping people and what I'm doing now, it's my passion, and I just know, man, I'm going into it head full speed, and like I said, I prayed on it. You got to pray on it.
Like you said, some people see a young black male like yourself. They think the obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Deadbeat, gang affiliation. You have 3 or 4 children with different baby mamas. Disrespectful and dishonest.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an example, an incident in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
2 African American males were arrested just for holding a meeting at Starbucks. What you say to them and others who stereotype young African American males like yourself, because it's already tough on you.
Right. It's hard. It's hard. Having this skin color right here, and just being in America, period, it's not easy. Walking down the street wearing this blue hoodie, these dark jeans, and my dark shoes, and walking just down the street. That's not easy. You may get looked at like, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna rob us? Or is he gonna? It's not easy. But to that situation you just brought up, man, it happened in Starbucks, correct?
Right.
Why are we spending our money there then? It's like, why are we going back and making them richer? Why not find a small coffee shop near the area and a black owned and take our money there then? Like, why are we feeding all our money into this business that don't like us or support? All they want is our money. And if you want to get their attention, you take away their money. Stop going there. Stop shopping there. Like let's start supporting more black owned businesses, and that's the way to go. Period. So when that happened, I seen the articles, seen the videos, and man, honestly, yeah, I was lost. I was shocked. I was lost for words. But like I said, let's switch it up. What we should have been doing, supporting black owned businesses. And I'm pretty sure there are plenty of black owned coffee shops or whatever convenience stores in the area, but we just don't take the time to Google it and find those places.
You're also an entrepreneur.
I am.
Now, you're a booking officer.
Yeah,
Can you explain a little bit about the booking officer? You're in law enforcement.
I am.
22 years old,
Mhm.
in law enforcement, an entrepreneur, an author. How you fit all this into one, and That leads me to this question regarding millennials. When you speak to a lot of children at middle school and high schools over the years, they see what you have accomplished and they look at you and they say, "What?" You have numerous titles under your belt: 22 years of age, law enforcement, author, entrepreneur, motivational speaker, 22 years of age. Some people are in their 60s, still only have one title under their belt.
Mm-hmm.
You say that, and you're speaking in front of middle school and high school children.
Yes, sir.
How you command their attention to say, "I'm a product, I'm just like you, and you have these accolades."
That's the main thing I say. I say I'm nowhere yet. I say where I'm standing at now, you'll be here in the next 6, 7, 8 years. I'll never forget. It was third grade at my borough school. We had two entrepreneurs to come speak to us. We was in a room. We was sitting in a room, and they came and spoke to us about their clothing line and their brand. And this happened 10 plus years ago, but I still remember it. And it's like you never know who's gonna remember you. You will never know how much you are like. You never know. So that's why I go and try to make the best impact on kids the best way I can. And like I said, I don't remember how they look. I don't remember their name. I just remember two guys coming to the classroom and saying, "Hey, blah 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 blah," just motivating us, and it stuck with me for years, and that actually gave me one of the ideas to start a clothing line. I was younger though. I was in like sixth, fifth grade, and I was trying to start a clothing line. It was different from this one now, but I'm saying that to say they inspired me. So man, I still remember those two guys. I want people to remember me 60 years after I'm gone. 100. I want to be. I want it to the point. I want to be to the point where my kids, friend, neighbor, dog, mailman kids will know who I am, and they can say, "Oh yeah, Riley Jackson. I have a history project on him. I'm doing my research paper on him." That's what I want. I don't want to just do this stuff for pictures or videos or to be on iHeart Intellectual Radio. I want to do it to make a difference and change lives, and for somebody to say, "Riley changed my life." That's my goal each and every day, whatever I'm doing. As a booking officer at the department I'm in, it goes same way. I get people to come in for all type of stuff, man. I'm talking about robberies, domestic, all kind of charges, and I let them know, yo, when I was your age, or they can be the same age as me or older. I said the same thing. Yo, when I was younger, man, I didn't care about nothing, and I didn't share this with you, but when I was younger, I had a rough growing up. I didn't care about nothing for a while. My mom, I was suspended every weekend. My mom, I remember she told me, dude, you gonna end up dead or in jail. I would never forget that my mom. She cried. She could do nothing else with me. Too many whoopings, it ain't gonna work out that well. You can just whip me, it ain't gonna work. But my mom, she used to just be like, dude, you're gonna end up dead or in jail if you don't get your act together. And I don't know what clicked, but something clicked one day. I don't know if it was the passing of my grandmother, but something clicked, and it was just like, I'm done. And that's probably why I came up with the activated part of my brand. But I felt like I was activated. I don't know when it happened or what age. It was probably around sixth grade actually, but I was done. I was done with the fight. I used to love fighting. I used to love fighting as a kid. Um, but I felt like I want more. I want to go. I want to go. I want to go places. I want nice stuff. So in order to get these things and go to see these places, you have to change from the inside first. And that's why I got myself aligned. And people today, they'll be on my Facebook like, man, you really came a long way. Your grandma, you'll make her smile, and I'm so proud of you because they know where I came from. They know I was a tough kid that just didn't care. I don't know why. I can't even explain it. I just didn't care. When I get suspended, I didn't care. When I hurt somebody, like beat a boy up at school, and he could have hit his head and died, I did not care. And
But what led to that? You don't care and just love fighting. I
mhm.
mean, what that came about? I mean, did you see
Going through a
something?
phase, going through a phase.
But some people say, okay, That's a phase.
Right.
But some people don't grow out of that phase.
At all, man. That's when they end up in jail at 40. So it's either get your act together now or end up in jail at 40. So, and that's why I didn't want to be. And I had a lot of people in my family to try to straighten me out though. Aunties, uncles. Man, my mom, man, she used to take me over my uncle house, aunties, grandma houses, and everybody used to just pitch in and try to get me in order. So that's where I want to say when you have these kids going around, pants sagging, gang banging, cursing outside, it takes a village. It takes your neighbor to say, yo, pull your pants up and shut up. It takes the neighbor down the street, yo, your mom know you out here cursing like that? I have people get me in order. Teachers, just multiple people pitch in and they get me to where I'm at now.
But some people will debate you on that.
Mm-hmm.
If you try to get a millennial
Mm-hmm.
in order, they mom is tough as them. They want to fight the dad
Right.
or the neighbor
Mm-hmm.
who's trying to say
for something to them.
yeah, for saying something to them. As a young person, what would you say to that you're saying it takes a village?
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening to this show and I'm listening, well, I did that.
Right.
I try to get these young people in order.
Right.
I try to say, put your pants up. Do you know where that came from?
It starts in the household, man. If you doing that and they disrespecting you, that's because their mom they watch their parents disrespect each other. They watch their parents. They hear their parents disrespect them. So it starts in the household. Well, my mom ain't play none of that. My mom was strict on me, dude. My mom, she ain't play that going outside 9 o'clock, hanging out. My mom, when I used to say, Ma, I want to go outside, she said, and do what? Oh, walk around. Walk around what? She didn't think I would. That was like okay. She's like, you know how when you go out, when you ride down the street in Chicago, you see all these kids outside just walking. She did not play that. Like, where's your destination? Give me a destination. Where are you going? My mom was strict. I am a reflection of her, and she, it's like, and she's gonna teach me how she was brought up as well. So it takes more than just a village. It goes down and down and down, like ancestors. So it's like a cycle, man. I feel as if I'm gonna start something big the day I have children. I want to install and pressure and give them that tough love, and hopefully they're gonna do that as well. And we're gonna just pass it down and have it to the point where like this is how it's gonna go. Everybody gonna keep their pants up. Everybody gonna say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Everybody gonna talk to a man, look in his eyes. You have to start that early, and a lot of these kids don't have that. I will look I will meet like okay as a booking officer. I will book a 14-year-old, right? His dad come pick him up. His dad looks like he wasn't even raised right. His dad can even look me in my eye to give me a firm handshake. So that's why his son the way he is. You know what I'm saying? It's like it starts like down the line.
But how can you kind of like, come on, man?
After a while, it's gonna click.
I mean, this is your third time
right
here,
right,
and I'm booking. Come
right,
on, we
right.
got to do something. What you usually say?
They'll figure it out, man. They will figure it out. They will figure it out. After a while, like I said, it's just gonna click. And when it click, I call that activating. When they just switch over instantly, it's like an instant switch. Like boom, all right, I'm ready to do this. And it may take years, months, and that's the worst part. That's when somebody go to jail and say, I ain't going back no more. I'm done going to jail. I'm almost out of boom, right back in there. After a while, it's gonna click. Because you ever been in a car and you say, damn, that's a nice car. And then you say, man, I wonder how much you paid for that. Then you say, man, I wonder how you got that. And I don't know how the person would look in the car, but you would say to yourself, how do I get that? Man, that's a nice house. You ever really drove down the street and you said, oh my God, that is a really nice house. And I asked myself, dude, how are you going to get that? You think I'm going to get that gangbanging? Do you think I'm going to get that on my pants around my ankles? Do you think I'm going to get that being disrespectful and do you think I will get that and acting any way of that nature? No. So you have to literally readjust yourself from the inside and get it going and just fix yourself. We won't call it that. Activating yourself, however you want to put it, but you won't go far in life if you thinking what you're doing now, the negativity you're doing now will get you far. It just won't happen.
couple of rappers. I know you're young. You probably don't remember this. I'm a little bit of old
Oh
school.
no, I'm a little old soul too. I might, I might.
Okay.
It depends. You can't go
Okay.
back behind Prince or nobody, but we'll see.
MC Breen.
No, you lost me.
I got to get mine. You got to get yours.
Okay, yeah, okay,
Junior Mafia. Get money.
okay.
Biggie Smalls.
Of course.
More money, more problems.
Right.
Now let's go to got to get mines, got to get yours. I said consistently on this show. The reason I say it is because that's not the way it works anymore. I got to get mines. You got to get yours.
Right.
But now I'm going to get mines and I'm going to get yours too.
Right.
Why is it like that now?
We don't want to help each other, man. We don't want to build each other up. All we doing is trying to get ahead and running over each other. That's the way life is. It's sad, but it's like it's a competition. You ever seen one on Facebook?
But why? I mean, let me stop you there. Why are we competing against one another? We're brothers. We're brothers. We're sisters.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's not going to change. So why we're competing? Why millennials competing with each other like that?
Sure, I would want to ask somebody the same thing because I can't relate to that either. I'm always trying to help somebody out or somebody, yo, bro, how did you publish your book? All you gotta do is this. But I'm always trying to give somebody some information to better themselves. Whether it's like I said, that's why I train. I played high school, won some very prestigious awards and so forth. Gained a scholarship to a Division II school, whatever. But it's like I want the next to do that now, but go further than me. So I'm not even the type to trying to. All right, I did what I did. That's it. No, I have so much in me that I learned from great coaches. So now it's time for me to teach the young ones. So I can't relate it. I can't tell you why that people hold good information and don't share and want to help people and support each other, but oh man, that's the way life is now, and I've experienced it. I really did. Before I did the clothing line thing, I was asking some entrepreneurs like, yo bro, man, how do I get my logo on a t-shirt, blah blah. Nothing. He short talk. And I bought one of his shirts, but it was short talk. He wasn't trying to tell me nothing, man. He was looking like, nah, he a young dude. If he started now, he might pass me. That's the way he's thinking, but he didn't want to help me get to where I'm trying to go. So I just figure it out myself, I want to say. But that's the way life is, and I can't even I don't know at all. I wish I could tell you, but I don't know why it is like that.
We had Samuel Jarko on. He was last week.
That's my man's.
He said something that was key in his book, The Greatest Simplicity. He said it's tough to relate to millennials. You're a millennial.
Yes, sir.
Why is it tough to relate to a millennial, an older person to relate to a millennial? Now is millennials have difficult to relate to millennials. Why is it?
I think music is one of the big reasons. The music changed. The music went from the Biggie Smalls to everybody else you named to Lil Boat now. And don't get me wrong, some of these new rappers, like, they decent. I'm not even gonna lie, like, they're pretty. Some of them, but I can't really name them and put a picture to their face. Like, believe it or not,
I think she can name some.
probably so, but I can't do it. So it's like, I think it's the music though. The music changed. The music changed in a big way, in a big way. Not like dramatically, but the music. I think it's the music. I think the music changed. That's why they can't really relate to this generation. But this generation is something else. It's the technology and the music changed everything. Y'all used to have to walk to the payphone down the street and then call and the beeper thing. Like, everything changed, man. Now we could just text, tweet, screenshot, and expose and it's that technology and the music. That's why y'all can't relate to us anymore. And y'all be like, "What? You can do that? What? You can do that?" And that's the way it is. I have a close friend. My one of my close friends, Tremaine D. Johnson. Man, we are extremely tight. He started out as my football trainer. He was my trainer and mentor. Gave me my first job. He's like my best friend now. And he was my roommate months ago. He's like my best friend now. And we hang out, we talk, we chat. And when I do stuff on my phone, he'd be like, "What? Y'all can do that now?" He's only about 35, 36 years old. But it's the fact that when he was growing up, y'all didn't have it. He's not even old, but I'm 22, he's 35. It's a slight difference, but it's just the music and the technology switched it up. It changed.
So, do I have to listen to that music in order to relate? What do I? What?
Because sometimes I listen to it and I be like, "Wait, what? Like, let me go back and replay this. Did he just say what he just said?" So you don't, because I don't even like. I'm gonna be real. I mainly listen to J. Cole, and I'm not gonna lie. Lil Herb is one of my favorite rappers, Chicago favorite. So, but Lil Herb don't say a lot of dumb stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Like he talk about the streets and how he talk about how it is growing up in Chicago, and so Herb is one of my favorite rappers. Him and J. Cole. I don't listen to all the crazy nonsense, so I can't really relate myself. And I keep that. And when you want to talk about going back, that's when I bring the old school in, the Kim, the R. Kelly, the Joel Levert. My mom, she stayed playing Joel Levert. My mom played that. She played his song. I have that in my car right now. So like I said, it's how you are brought up. My mom played the Keith Sweat, the Gerald Levert. I'm in the car eating McDonald's at 7, learning the words to Gerald Levert. No bull. The very first song I learned was that Silk, or I think it was Boys to Men. I'm in 6th grade singing a full song. My grandma like, "Boy, what you know about that?" So it's like that's the way I was brought up. So the music changed though. The music changed. The music's the reason why y'all can't relate to the generation. The music and technology. That's the only difference in my opinion.
So, how can we like move to not relating to relating? Besides the music, let's leave the music and the
Technology
technology
out of
out
it.
of it. How can I'm trying to help someone who's listening,
Hmm.
because it's very rare that we have a millennial that's willing to like talk and explain and be candid about what's going on in the streets.
But I say all the time, I'm not a part of y'all. Like I tell these kids, I'm like, I'm not a part of this generation. I am, but I tell a kid, I'm like, I'm not a part of y'all. I don't understand y'all. It's crazy. Y'all won't get us. Y'all won't, man. Y'all are not gonna get us. This generation is ridiculous. Y'all are not gonna get us. People live for social media. People live to try to get popular off views, and y'all will not get us. And if you try, you gonna die. You gonna die trying. You ain't gonna get it. So y'all, I don't think y'all can get us. We crazy.
I think she
We,
agrees.
we y'all. I don't think that y'all because it's ridiculous. So I don't think so.
Okay, imagine yourself like this is a classroom.
Hmm.
I saw on your YouTube page a couple of pages, including you training.
Right.
Let's say I'm going to give you two scenarios.
Hmm.
A kid who loves fighting,
Hmm.
out of shape,
Hmm.
but he's a straight A student.
Wait. So he's out of shape.
Hmm.
He loves throwing hands,
Hmm.
but he's smart.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now it goes back to Samuel Jarko.
Hmm.
What he said is he had a discussion with a teacher, a student, and he basically used some slang saying, "I'm gonna call my peeps on you."
Oh yeah. I heard that on the
And
show.
he thought he's gonna call his again.
A mother of
No, but that's what he means.
right.
But the person on the opposite end thought he's gonna bring the gang in.
Oh, when he said peoples.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right.
So what I'm saying, pretend
So
I'm the high school
so
student. What would you say to me? You're author of 3 books. You have your own clothing line. You're about to book me. What would you say to me?
I wouldn't hire you. If I had a business, I would not hire you. And that's deep to me. Like for somebody to tell me if I had a
But why?
business, I
Even she
wouldn't.
was like, "What?" I mean,
Listen, but if you had a big corporation or whatever it is, a big business, and you telling me you gonna pay me this much amount, whatever. Let's say it's a career. Let's not even say it's a regular little job. It's a career, and you say, "Yo, with the way you are, I wouldn't hire you to my business." That means it's something about me, myself, my character, my attitude. That's a problem then. If somebody tell me I wouldn't hire you, that's a problem. And I would tell that kid you wouldn't go far with the way you're talking. Like man, it's
but
like,
I don't want to work anyway.
hey, and that's my generation as well. That's my generation as well. So I mean, I'll argue. Hey, I'll argue with him. I'll just say, well, let's see how long that's gonna work. Because if you don't work, you don't eat. And whatever you're doing right now to get money, it's gonna die out soon. So wish you the best. I would say good luck, but I don't believe in luck. So I said, wish you the best.
Once you leave the classroom on your YouTube videos,
Hmm.
the kids are pumped. What you say towards the end to get them like, I like this cat. You said earlier there was 2 guys, gym shoe, had a gym shoe, and they was wanted to like have their brand, and they went to a high school. You was in 6th
Right, right,
grade,
right, 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 right.
and it
That
stuck.
stuck with me.
Towards the end of your presentation, your motivational speech,
Hmm.
you're talking to these millennials. What makes it stick?
I th- I don't like to be scripted. I switch it up, but one thing I do tell everybody is you may remember me or you may not. But I'd say if you don't remember my name, my face, if you don't remember how my voice sounded, just remember one thing I said and carry that with you, and I promise you, you will not go wrong. And that's all I want. I don't care if they don't remember Riley Jackson. Okay, that's cool, but just remember what he said, because what he said is real.
Now, you got your illustration, your book. This is your very first book, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you did the illustration
Myself.
yourself.
Yes, sir.
So tell us about the best in
The
what?
best of me.
The best in me.
And it's funny you said that, because the last school I went to, a kid was like, "Hey man, I can draw like that. I can draw like that." And he was like, "I want to write a book one day." And he was serious. And he said, "I say, since you can draw and you want to write a book one day, I'm like, start now. Like, get your paper and stable it. Start now." And he was a really good artist though. He had a notebook and good drawings in there. So this was motivation for the kids who actually can draw and want to be an author one day. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Don't think about it. Don't just do it. Just go in. Just knock it out. So, like I did the illustrations, and people enjoyed it. It's a rhyming book, and this really relates to young football players who think football is the only thing they have to accomplish throughout their young life. And that was me. Me as a youngster, I used to just want to football, football, football. But when those grades came out and them grades went high, my mom said, "No, you ain't going to practice." And the book is related to that. So, like the first page says, like, I want to play football, I want to be the best, but I can't play football if I don't pass this test. And then at the bottom say, the test is so hard, but I can't stop or stall. I have to do my best if I want to play football. And that's motivation to the young kids. Yeah, you good, you fast, you can catch, but if you ain't smart, or if you can't pass the spelling test, you won't get far.
This book in comparison to your new one.
Uh huh. To the
The little worry.
don't worry, little one.
Don't worry, little one.
Okay.
So in comparison to this, it's like a graduation to your second.
Yes, sir.
So what you think?
The illustrations, of course, is 10,000 times better. I hired a good designer, Khalif Duncan, by the way. He's a very good artist, and this book means a lot to me as well because it's for first time parents. I don't have a kid myself, but I have a bulldog. He's the closest to a kid, so he counts my kid. But um, it's like it's for anybody who has somebody close to them, like a newborn or a child, and you don't want them to worry. Really, if you bring in a kid in this world in Chicago or in a rough area, rough city, whatever, the first thing you don't want your kids to do is what? Worry. Now my mom, man, she was a worrying lady. Oh my God, this lady used to blow my phone up. Boy, you at? You good? Are you in the house? But okay, put the keys up and lock the, like she used to just worry. And she was so scary, man. I'm talking about she used to when if the water bottle drop at night real loud, she own it. What is that? What is that? What is and it's like, but my mom just didn't want us to worry. That's all. All she wanted to do was protect us. So this is another rhyming book as well. It's definitely for first time parents or parents. You can be on your 24th kid. This book is for you. Read it to your little one. And that's all. Like one of the pages says, "Don't worry, little one. I can tell you're going to be smart. I can't wait to raise you. I have your back. You have my heart." And it's just some comfort, some heartwarming pages for your kid. That's all.
All right. So how they can get the book and the shirt, which you're gonna hold
Yeah,
up.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Go
sir. All of my books are on Amazon.com. All you do is you type in the title, "Don't Worry, Little One." There's no limit, the best of me, and you can add my name to that, Riley Jackson. That's spelled Reilly Jackson. And the clothing line, what we are in the process right now of doing big things with this. So I don't even want to rush it right now. I don't even want to rush
You
it.
want to come back and tell it.
You feel me? So
Yeah.
right now we in a lab doing big things. Shout out to my boy Jared. And my boy Jared, we doing big things right now with the clothing line. But it's a brand. It's bigger than just a line. So yeah, wait on this. Get the books, and you will enjoy it. You won't regret it.
All right. Thanks
Appreciate
a lot,
you,
my man.
You the man.
All right.
Yes, sir.
That's going to do it for us on Drive at 5 on IntellectualRadio.com. Thanks to Earl Winfrey, our executive producer. Wonder who's behind the scenes. I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.